Yeah, I guess. So this one's also, I have a void damage and a fire elemental one. So I mean, I guess I can keep both because I still have 3 more slots left in there.
I think I have sniper rifles for every element plus the icebreaker. So it's been a while since I looked at those. I haven't had to use them. Usually I set myself up so that if I use a
Listen to
sniper
this
rifle,
from an
I
old
go
warlock.
over to
Osiris.
the
Every
icebreaker.
end crawls from the
But
same
at the
pit,
same time, I did
rising
this
from the
one.
schism to
I think it was
swallow
a
matter,
weekly
light, and
where there
life.
was where the
It
enemies
will
were
not be
vulnerable to a certain
stopped,
element,
but
so I had to
here
use another
it can
sniper
be
rifle,
slow.
and it was
Yeah.
The
on
shrines of
what
Oryx
was it,
must be
Winter's Run, I
destroyed.
think. No, the Archon Priest. And when you pelted that guy in the head, I mean, every other weapon was doing a lot less damage, even with the proper element. But using a sniper rifle, getting all those criticals
Oh
on it,
yes.
less.
There is a
It
shrine
looked
here,
like the
but
effect
it's
was getting
further down
multiplied
than
as
anywhere
well.
we've been. We should try to destroy it before
And
it's too late.
what one were you using, icebreaker? Because that's what I use. I mean, I would just
No,
pop off on him with
I actually used another one because it was like arc damage or void damage, so it was a sniper
Oh,
rifle that
okay.
did damage for one of those. And instead
Yeah.
of stacking, I think it got multiplied.
Oh wow. Yeah, no, I just well, that was I remember doing that one a few times. I don't know if it was a weekly or daily. No, it has to be a weekly or
Nightfall.
yeah, a nightfall.
I'm picking
Yeah,
up fallen activity.
yeah, that was
And I played
great.
a
Heavier than
bunch
normal.
on
Something's got
Tiger.
them worked up.
But yeah, no,
I'll stay on it.
that one's kind of fun. I ended up playing it a bunch in a row, so it kind of burnt me out on it. But
The fallen.
Yeah, once I got used
They're
to that, I
invading
had
the
to do the
Hellmouth.
the
Archon
one
Priest.
I refuse to do the Dust Palace one. Like,
Oh
it
yeah,
takes way too long.
yep. Yeah, that one where you fight Talaric as well. That's just a drag too.
Yeah.
When I was grinding that's Vanguard playlist for strikes, every time I came to Mars, I would quit out of it.
Yep. No, I just had to do that for a exotic weapon bounty, 25 strikes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that again for bad juju on my other character, and I'll just be getting
Yeah,
bad
that's
juju to
old.
break it down.
Seems like a lot of work just to break it down.
Well, if someday in the future I get, I've got an open primary slot for a weapon that needs to get upgraded, I'll be putting it there once I call in my bounties. Because that's what I do every time. Whenever I call in my bounties, I switch up all my gear. Because there's some stuff I want to level up in preparation for the future, and then there's other things that I'm leveling up just so I can break it down. Because you get more resources. I think you might get like 1 extra Ascendant Shard, and maybe 1 extra what is it? Ascendant Energy.
Oh, okay.
I think, anyways. I can't confirm that, so. Yeah,
Yeah.
to a lot of people, I think that'd be a long time, but, you know, I got the storage space for it at the time being, so. It has taken a while since I'm doing a lot fewer bounties these days, since I've built up the characters and I'm now a lot more focused on, what is it, weeklies, dailies, nightfall, raid, so on and so forth.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait till I can actually level up my my other
See if I
character,
translated
Titan.
these fallen comms
I think
correctly.
now that I'm thinking about
One of
it,
their
even though I
barons
did
is
have
here.
that legendary
They don't
gear,
crawl
I
out of
should
their
have just
skiffs
went
too
with
often.
another Warlock,
Sounds
just
like an
because, I
opportunity.
mean, after playing with the Titan now, I don't like it.
You know,
I thought I would, and
I think you
oh,
just probably need to give it a few more shots. I'd
yeah,
say.
maybe I just need the time on it. I mean, obviously I have pretty close to 100 hours on the Warlock and 4 on the Titan, so
Yeah.
it's obviously gonna be different.
You've probably gotten so used to a warlock that it's like anything different feels wrong.
Yeah.
Chased by a wizard or something? He's just upstairs.
Where are you at? I thought you were.
Yeah, I'm doing the daily right now. I don't know if you want to hook up for that or anything. I figured you
Oh,
wouldn't.
well,
You want to do something else.
Oh,
I
you're
don't
doing
know
it by
about-
yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing it by myself.
Oh, I don't mind doing it twice, even though I won't get. I mean, I'll still get the XP, won't I? I hope so. Yeah, either way. Well, at least I'm not sitting here waiting in orbit.
Haha. Oh, I got down, but I'll respawn in a few seconds. So. Yeah, this is one of the few shotguns which actually feels useful in PvE. Feels like it's got some extra range. Maybe it's just the power on it or something.
No, I felt like I had a little bit more range than some others too.
I really think that I'd really like to see shotguns in general rebalance in a lot of games because I hate the short range on them. I would just prefer a melee attack that kills somebody in one hit,
That's one
anyways.
less Baron to worry about.
Instead
Yeah.
of trying to
That's
turn this
fine.
shotgun into a point-blank weapon. The games where I did like shotguns were Max Payne 3 because those ones had a lot more range on them most of the time.
Never explore them all.
Although they were still pretty short range in comparison to reality. And Borderlands, the original Borderlands, they had a lot more
don't
range
even
than
want
most
to know what
shotguns
they're
in
keeping
video
down
games, except for this one barrel, which was really inaccurate, which was a terrible barrel. Anyways, you could get this with Mordecai. He's the sniper character. One of his upgrades makes all weapons more accurate. And when when you have that fully upgraded, all weapons are 25% more accurate. But on shotguns, that effect seems a lot. Like 25% on most weapons is, not that much.
Oh yeah.
But on shotguns, that was a huge difference. And he also gets a bonus for critical hits as well. So there are these, every now and then I find these really great shotguns that were ridiculously accurate. There was a specialty barrel that was really accurate in that game. I would love to go back to Borderlands someday if I had the opportunity to. But I'd have to change the way things are done with my current setup. I'd probably do it like, if I could do it split screen and live stream it, then that'd be pretty awesome. There's not enough split screen footage of that online anyways.
Yeah, I love playing split screen. It's like
Nothing is ever gonna be playing there with your buddy in person.
Yeah.
No, people complain about looking at the screen. I never had a problem with looking at a smaller portion of the screen.
Yeah, no, neither have I. But it seems like I just get used to that from playing racing games, like dirt bike games. Me and my brother.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things. That's a lot of the time. I mean, before Destiny came out, all I played was dirt bike games, and
Really?
yeah. So this is really like my first experience with a first-person shooter and all that. So
I would like to get my hands on more of those racing games. I think that. Yeah, I mean, whenever I'm competing against somebody, I like to be dead even with them, so I never know who's gonna win. I really feel like it helps me to sharpen my skills too, especially when you're playing. And which is why I actually intentionally don't practice certain games, because I don't want to play it against a friend who's never played it before, just to completely trounce them. So there's this one game I downloaded, MX vs ATV, and I would love to record some split screen footage of that.
I love that game. That's my favorite one. Well, you did the digital download one.
Yeah, because I think it was on like real cheap on the PSN store.
That is my favorite game of all time.
Isn't there a couple of those? And then if I ever got enough cash on hand, I'd of course try and look for some of those rare games. Because there's hey, what's going on, Zoidberger? We are in the middle of a daily right now, and if you happen to need a daily, hop on in and get in on this action, man.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd love to get my hands. I noticed that there's a couple of racing games that were known as being pretty good, But because they were marketed as more like mid-core games, they didn't sell a whole lot of units. And because they're older, they
Yeah.
really get sucked up by a lot of people. So those games I've noticed have actually gone up in price. Not to the point where they're more than they were at retail, but I'm seeing them going for like between $30 to $60. Okay.
Well, I know when I bought MX Birthday TV Alive, it was pretty close. I think it was $35, brand
Oh.
new in the case.
Brand new?
Yeah.
How old was it?
It was when it first came out. It came out as a $40 game.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
You know, those $40 games really surprise me sometimes.
Yeah. No, it was good.
What is it? Two of them I remember that came out that were awesome were 3D Dot Game Heroes. That one I picked up brand new, and that one, it sold so fast, I couldn't get it when it was brand new. It,
Oh wow. Yeah.
Have you heard of that one?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's essentially The Legend of Zelda made with voxels. Only they don't use The Legend of Zelda characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an awesome game. And then another $40 game, which I thought was really awesome, was Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed.
Huh. I'm poisoned.
The weird thing about that game, which I was surprised about, especially for a $4 game, you can do every mode with 4-player split screen. Every
wow.
mode. You can do like the career mode, you can do online, everything.
Wow. That's fun.
I think they even have that on the PC version as well.
That's almost what I miss about like N64. Just there's nothing like going on there with your family and playing like a 4-player game, you know.
Oh yeah, man.
I mean, we still have that plugged into our TV in the living room, and it's
Mario Kart 64?
oh yeah, everything.
Yeah,
Mario
that's-
Kart, Mario Party, all that stuff.
Yeah, for me, because I was a PlayStation guy most of the time, and a little bit with PC, when we had the opportunity, we got our hands on Quake 2 for the PlayStation 1, and that one had 4-player split screen. Oh man, we had a lot of fun with that game. Quake 3 Arena was pretty fun as well, although the loading screens on that game took so long that we started playing rock, paper, scissors between loading screens.
Yeah, I remember. We never had a PlayStation 1 actually. Oh, actually, sorry, take that back. Yeah, we did. But we didn't play it a lot just because we enjoyed playing the Nintendo more somehow. I mean, I guess because we were all small kids when the PlayStation came out, so the Nintendo had a little bit more child-friendly games.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, it did have Spyro the Dragon and Crash Bandicoot. Spyro was an easier game, especially compared to the one thing I love about those Spyro games is, especially that I also loved about Doom, I love it when you can see a secret and you have to figure out how to get there. With Spyro, it's always about floating around and trying to find out which way you can fly there. And I remember...
Yeah, I love that game.
Yeah. And Crash Bandicoot, I especially love the first one. I kind of played through the second one and the third one so quickly, but the first one was so hard.
Yeah, no, Crash Bandicoot and what was another one that I loved playing? Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, right. I heard about that. Was one of those character action collectible games. Man, I would love somebody to make a new one of those games.
Oh yeah.
I know everybody would say it's dated, but I don't know. I think they could still pull off a good one.
I would buy it. I mean, if it came out as a $40 title, I would buy it.
Oh yeah, exactly, man. That's exactly what I'd be shooting for
if
too.
if there was anything that would be like $60, I'd be like, no. For $60, I'll just put it in my pocket and buy
Let me out under the
a
shrine.
nice lunch
I'll look
and
for a weakness.
play some Destiny, and then still have $40 in my pocket.
Yeah, I think that kind of game would not appeal to the masses by this point, because it's almost a retro style. You just got to figure out the right marketing for it, and it'll be a mid-core game, not the kind of game you're expecting to sell a million units. But
Yeah.
But just like 3D Dot Game Heroes had a whole bunch of dedicated people, I think that game sold 200,000 units, and the publisher said, it's a great hit for us! So clearly they did some really good money management with their marketing there.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, and if you're making a game like that, it's not going to cost too much. I mean, not going to cost nearly as much as it does to make like a Call of Duty title. So
Yeah,
I mean,
I would really definitely tone down the graphics on that one.
yeah, I wouldn't expect much more than what they are. I mean, get rid of like the plain shapes stacked on top of each other, but you don't have to make it all fancy, like, you know. So I would definitely be in it for that, though. Just for $40, I would buy it.
Yeah, it's stuff like that that makes me wish I was a publisher. I know there'd be some pet projects where most of the ideas that I have are pretty loose, and I'd usually come up to already established developers and say, hey, I know this is your strength, and, you know, I'm going to give you a budget and, you know, give you a really loose concept there and see what you can do. Like, I would love to go to Insomniac Games and say, hey, guys, make, like, a spiritual successor to Spyro the Dragon.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Oh, it cut you down.
Sorry, forgot my mic was muted. My bad.
Oh, get
I
away,
was
get away!
wondering why we weren't hearing you talk.
Oh, I got plenty of rocket ammo here. I should be using it.
I was just listening to a conversation. I was talking when you were talking about the racing game.
Is that Thunderlord?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I thought so. It's got its own sound to it.
Yeah, like bong 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 bong.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
It's
What's
weakened.
What's the special ability of Thunderlord?
1 second, I forgot how to read it. Tell him first. Oh, let's see here.
We severed their connection.
All right, I gotta send an energy.
Communing with something out there.
gotta send a
oh yeah,
shark
Or king.
the longer I shoot, the
Well,
faster
not
it shoots.
anymore.
Oh, okay.
Whatever it is, it's still out there.
And where's the other? Yeah, it just hits hard as hell. I like how even though they're the same guns, they don't have the same skill trees. I think that's just one of those little things that makes me.
Yeah,
So
that's the one
excited.
thing. That's the one thing I actually didn't like about Borderlands. I'm glad that they got rid of this skill tree because that means you can use any weapon without
Yeah.
restriction. I'd be hoping that they'd have crazier stats too, but unfortunately they don't.